I'm back on site at the bungalow near Mowcop. It's been quite a nice job. I've enjoyed this one. It's been reasonably straightforward. I haven't spent a long time here, so it's a quick turnaround, and I think it's starting to come together. So I'll just take you through everything I've done. So I've done a reasonable amount of second fixing. So here we go. I've put the Ensel down lighters in. Love these because you can change the colour. There's a little, take one down, I'll show you. So on the back of these, there's a little, I'll zoom in so you can see, you can alter the colour temperature of the white light. 6,000, 4,000, 3,000, 2,700. And then on the driver itself, you can change it from 4 watt to 7 watt. It uses less electric, so you're saving there, and also it's not as bright. Just flick that switch and then it just drops the wattage. So I've done that. I've got to put the extractor in over there. So it's pretty much done in here, apart from obviously the cable's there for the shower. Just needs the shower mounting, so I'll let the plumber do that. And then we've got the light switches, which the painter has got paint on. Got to do those, so that's the light switch for in there, and it'll have a fan on it. And then that's the start for in there. And then up here, got the isolator for the shower, and then we've got the isolator for the fan. And then moving in here, I've put the light switch on already, so I use click just because I like them, they're robust, and you can swap the switches out. So if you've got an intermediate, you can swap it out and it doesn't look any different. Just a lot of flexibility, which is great. Then you've got the thermostat for in here, for the floor, underfloor heating. Socket, 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 and just a pendant, because it's for this house sale. So here we've got the pendant as well, and we've got the Eco smoke alarm. I've not put it on yet because it's not energized in here. Because they have batteries built in, it'll just keep beeping. So I just thought there's no point putting it on yet. And also it'll just get clogged with rubbish because it's work's still going on. This is another bedroom. So yeah, underfloor heating, light switch, socket, 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 and pendant there. So this room's done. I'm moving on into here. So I've got a two-way switch there, two-way switch here, and underfloor heating again. A socket there, socket there, socket there, socket there, and I think that's it. Yeah, so that's it. And then the pendant. And then moving into the kitchen. So all that mess is all the cables to connect up. I've got the fuse boards. So these are my box of goodies. So I've got extractor fans, I've got Elysian fuse board, all RCBOs, switches, sockets, isolators, all good stuff. And then in there, the downlights, and some of it's a bit of rubbish. So yeah, in here, sockets have been put on. So we've got one there, one there, one there, one there, one in there for the dishwasher. I just put doubles in because, well, it's just easier. If they want to put Sonus or something or whatever they want to do, it's there. And up there, I've got the isolator for the extractor. And undercarriage lighting, so I've got that, there's cables there, cables over there. Howdens has supplied them. I don't like them. I'll just go and show you what they are. I don't like these types. I don't think they produce a lot of light, and they're just not my cup of tea. And also the way I've wired it won't work because they've supplied in the kit loads of drivers, 24 volt drivers, and I just use one big driver. Because I just think if you've got to keep replacing all of them every time, if one goes, they're all going to go. And it's cheaper just to replace one driver than keep replacing all the drivers. I was hoping I had one open. Right, so here we go. So that's the light. I don't like it. I don't think it produces a lot of light. It's just non-used. It's not a useful light. So I like LED strip. So I've told the builders I'm not fitting them. They're rubbish. Just don't produce enough light. So what's the point in having light in your kitchen and then it not being bright enough? Because I think there's about 6 of them. So you'd have one there, probably one there, one there, one there, one there, and maybe another one. So 3 there, 2 there, 1 there. And I just think you won't get a lot of light it's like having a little candle. So LED strip, cross there, boom, nice and bright. You can see everything going on, you're cooking, and it'll work perfectly. Plus the fact when I put these downlights, yeah, there's downlights going in, where the timbers were, I had to alter it slightly, so it's going to create a little bit of a shadow because they'll be there. So it'll be there, and here, so it'll be behind me. So not a fan. Here we go. Painter's in, so that's why it's all covered up. So yeah, I've got 3 isolators there. So this one's for the microwave, this next one's for the oven, and that one's for the hob. So I've got to run the cables through for these because the kitchen's not finished off yet. It'll be all right. So what I've got to do is to make a hole and fish out the cable because I don't want it coming up through the drawer pack. So I'll get it to come up behind the unit and then through, and then I'll just put a whisker box on it, grip the cable, and it'll be a good connection. So that's done. And then outside light there. So just one. I mean, they're building it to sell. So yeah, it's not far off. So once I've done that, I've got to do the underfloor heating controls because I didn't really know exactly where everything's going, where the boiler's going. They're building a whole new unit in here anyway, so I don't mind trunking that down and making it neat. And then an extractor in here because it's basically utility, and I've got to put some of the sockets in, which are in there. I've ran out of underfloor heating thermostats. They didn't send enough, and so we're just waiting on those. They did have some wireless ones, but then they'd be on some would be on battery, some wouldn't, and I just thought, no, that's just going to confuse people because they'd be like, why aren't they working? And these always work. So it's just easier just to have it wired. The cables are there, why not utilise it? It's coming together better than the groundsman. Anyway, they've been digging and made a right quagmire. So yeah, I think they've got a bit more work to do than I have. So what I'll do is when I've started to fit the fuse board, I'll put a camera on and just film all that, all the connecting up, testing, everything like that. And if you've got any questions, just let me know. Like and subscribe.